Well, thank you for coming back to the next episode of our show, where, sadly, this will be the last episode of our show. Thanks for the table back, guys, and sadly, this will be the last time I'm needing it, because, well, we've been the next victims of cancel culture. I thought we'd be able to get a couple episodes in before we were even able to get really dark and push the boundaries of what we could do on this show. Turns out the boundaries are as weak as EU borders. You'll end up crossing them before you're even realizing you're in another country and turning around asking yourself, why does it feel a bit more xenophobic than it did a minute ago? I'd like to thank you for supporting us as long as you have and would continue to urge you to be advocates of free and open discourse. Thank you. Come on, guys, that would never happen. We're in the Netherlands, a country whose largest theme park has attractions that still look like this.
So we're still doing this? The show isn't cancelled? Charles, we still don't have a name.
Well then, we'll come up with it live.
すみません。よくわかりません。何か他にお手伝いできることはありませんか？わかりました。さよなら。
Last week, we left off on why goats are the office pet trend of 2021. But nowadays, it's hard to get ourselves back to the office, let alone with new pet goats. We all know Zoom fatigue. I mean, hell, what the hell are you doing here looking at a screen? It's summer. Get up, go outside, enjoy some sun, show off the post-corona flabs that you built up with all of those nachos, because no one will be looking at them because they'll be too freaked out that there are humans around them for the first time in what feels like forever. During lockdown, our Monday morning meetings, well, they got a little stale. Funny backgrounds, laughing at muted mics, seeing Helena do some stupid stuff can only keep your spirits up for so long. That's why Helena and I decided to pull a prank on our team and invite a special guest to our morning meeting, and luckily we have it all recorded.
Roll the clip. I'm good this morning. Had a really nice weekend, first weekend where I didn't work.
So I spent most of the weekend ice skating in random places in the country. Just so everyone knows, we also have a special visitor today. Everyone please meet Lola.
What the?
Thanks, Lola. And speaking of kids, no, not that type of kids. That's better. Our main focus tonight will be on youth, a topic I'm 5 years too old to talk about on fleek, and 5 years too young to be able to use on fleek, ironically. After parents caught their toddlers spending thousands of euros on Candy Crush, they've been a lot more aware of the dangers that come with mobile phones. In recent news, over 60,000 European parents are taking TikTok to court over breaching advertising and privacy rules. A representative stated that they've sent letters to TikTok, but that nothing has come of it. But honestly, TikTok and privacy is like children and Legos. One is going to stomp all over the other, and the worst that's going to happen is a boo-boo, or in TikTok's case, $1 billion lawsuit.
Don't look at me like that. There's no way I'm doing a TikTok dance, especially not in this.
In other news, the Dutch came in 5th in the Kids' Rights Index, a ranking from an NGO looking at how children's rights are being respected around the world. At the other end of the spectrum, Chad came in last in the rankings at number 182. No, not you, Chad. You can't just say that you're being disrespected and that you have less rights than an Afghani kid. You can't go screaming, war crime to mommy, every time you lose social media privileges. Unfortunately, Chad, the country, did recently accuse the Central African Republic of committing war crimes. See, Chad, that's why you need to take this seriously. That's why you can't do boy cries wolf. I don't have a joke for that one. I just wanted Chad to know that there are real problems in the world. Moving on to our recurring segment, That Person I Haven't Called. Helena, who haven't I called this week?
Imro Blom, the social activist.
Ah, right. Like always, I met Imro because I was out and about walking my dog, Bay. Cutie, right? And we always passed this lunchroom where they would be having meetings, presentations, and all around interesting things. So when I finally went with my girlfriend, not her luckily, and I popped in to see what was brewing, turns out it's run by a very interesting character who not only has opened a restaurant where he employs people who struggle with finding jobs, but he also started his own political party. Helena, I should really reach out to him.
Luckily for you, I already did. Imro, nice to meet you, finally.
Thank you.
I heard a little bit about Charles, but why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and how you started this restaurant, this lunchroom?
We serve food and drinks, but also we create a podium for artists to come and to have the galleries. We like to interview people from this area, and they can, by storytelling, tell who they are. And that's why we call our lunchroom the ontmoeting, because we like that connection. We like that people can meet each other, and it doesn't matter
who you are.
Who you are.
Tell me a little bit for people who want to get involved.
The first way is our podium, the lunchroom. People can come to us, they can eat, they can drink, and have a conversation. Invite everyone to our different events what we gonna organize. So the first is our talk show, but we will also give workshops about painting, photography.
I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Yes.
It was amazing for your time, for your energy, for this honestly great talk.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for that report. So, how's the job search going?
Wait, do I need to look for another job? Is this because of the TikTok thing?
No. This is for HPM.
Right. Luckily, we have some on fleek team members already doing TikTok videos for us. Sarah, Eva?
Do you know what Charles is going to say about this?
Well, let me know when we have some talent to interview, because I want to check out Helena's new interviewing tactic, which brings us to our next segment, Board Game of the Week. When you're sick of the same old job interviews, asking what their 5-year plan is, and just hoping to God they don't want to be an influencer or a DJ, it requires guts to change the status quo, to look at the picture differently, to see it not as a vase or two women, but as a family's descent into madness over the loss of their beloved pet who had brought joy to the family for so long but left this world in shame as Bunny, the parrot, who had only ever learned to say racial slurs, was finally let out of his cage and immediately shot down by the neighbors. To tackle stereotypes, to find a fresh view on a stale situation. That's why we took up the charge and let a German convince us to play a game called Secret Hitler, where candidates were invited to an interview and put through the test. Not only a fun game for the whole family, Secret Hitler brings out the best and worst in everyone by encouraging you to lie, manipulate, and deceive, all to win the game and come out victorious as either the liberals or the fascists. And as the only Jew in the team, I thought I'd have a real advantage in the game. Turns out, at the end of the day, I'm just a fascist. Well, guys. What? You didn't want to do the TikTok.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we need some standards here. And bye-bye, Helena. Now check back in next week with us to learn why Fahrenheit trumps Celsius.